Nobody does it better.
DJ Illusion.
Nobody does it quite the way you do. Why'd you have to be so good?
This is the Flashback Show.
Baby, you're the best.
Do you think you can handle it?
It's just so good.
Yeah.
You're listening to DJ Illusion on the Flashback Show.
So I have the great pleasure and honour to say joining us right now on the Flashback Show is the legend himself, Jeffrey Daniels from the band Shalamar. How are we doing, Jeffrey?
Hey, I'm doing fine. Actually, the pleasure and the honor is all mine. Thank you very much for having
you're so
me.
kind. So we've got you coming from Lagos live right now in Nigeria.
Right. I'm in Lagos, and we've just gone into the rainy season here. But actually, today it's come out pretty bright and sunny. And I hope it chases away all this coronavirus business.
Absolutely. How you been coping with that over there?
Yeah. Over here, it's fine. I mean, the numbers have been relatively low compared to, outside of Africa, but we are kind of like coming up a little in the numbers. We have a little incline lately, but it's still relatively low. So they're keeping things on a lockdown, partial lockdown. We can't travel from state to state. Our domestic and international airlines are down. So we're just waiting for this thing to kind of blow over so they can open things back up.
So as soon as we get a lockdown lifted over there, we're going to have you here on.
Hey, let's do it. It's got to be done.
So I know you want to talk about your brand new single and video out right now called Make Love Great Again.
Okay, well, the impetus of that song derives from what I'm seeing happening around me. And first of all, what really gave me that title was listening to President Donald Trump say, "Make America Great Again." Now, we're living in a global economy. Like this little virus in Wuhan, China, just swept the rest of the world. Or if the oil price, affects one country, it's going to affect us all. We're all kind of connected. We're intertwined with each other. So at this point to say, look out for us, look out for us. I think that us shouldn't be limited to a national context. I think that us should be global because it's a global economy now. It's a global society. So I think if we make love great again, we can all be great. Then addressing the racism and the hatred that's going on, and it's really come to the forefront right now. I think right now is the first time in history that we're really actually facing this problem. Hopefully we're going to deal with it and get it solved. And once and for all, we can face it, own up to it, deal with it, and then we can finally put it behind us officially. Like not just superficially put it behind us like, okay, well, things have gotten better, but they really haven't. Or, well, it's not really like that anymore, but actually it really is. Mm-hmm. We have to get over that mound. And once we do, that the world is going to be a better place. It's going to be better for everyone.
Absolutely. And it's all about love, isn't it? And bringing that love and the, great again, like you say in the song.
Yes.
And we have to spread that word.
I mean, like I said, hate has never made nobody great. And it's like, if you make love great, what I say is united we all stand, divided we all fall. Give us a solution, not another wall. And you see, I'm offering a solution. Now, it's easy for everyone to go, oh, this is happening, that's happening, this is going on. But people aren't really asking the why is it happening? They're stuck on the what is happening and how it's happening. But we're not dealing with the why it's happening. And so I just don't want to come out and shout about what's going on. But I want to offer a kind of antidote, if you will, a solution that we can all sit back and say, wait a minute, and contemplate and go, you know what, maybe this is the answer. Maybe we should try this. It sounds cliche. Make love great again. Yeah, it sounds cliche, but love really is the answer at the end of the day.
And love always conquers.
Love conquers all. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Not only in the movies, in real life, you guys.
Absolutely.
I mean, look at this love. The love you have for R&B and soul music. The love I have for the UK. Look what it brings us together, doesn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, and our tagline is feel good music for the soul.
There you go. There you go. You see? So that's what it's about. And you know what's ironic? The UK has produced more soul and R&B European singers than in America. Think about it. From Paul Young to Alison Moyet, Lisa Stanfield. Now you've got, what's his name, Paul Smith from Adele, because there's so many. If I can sit back and think, I could just name so many. Rick Ashley. I mean, the list goes on and on. Now, name how many of those soul singers. Yeah, name how many came out of America.
Good point. Very good point.
Well, I mean, we have a few, but more come out of the UK. So I mean, we've always had this love for each other. It's just that it's been imbalanced. And people, please relax, take a breath. It's not you. It's the system. It's the system that was built a long time ago, but it was built on racism. And I don't think it was built on it intentionally, but I think in retrospect, for that system to sustain itself, it had racial overtones. Now that system has still been running, and it's running on auto. But the world has changed, and we've all evolved now. The system has not been revised to meet today's standard. That's what the problem is.
And if you could change anything in the industry, what would it be?
I think I would change the integrity. I think I would change the integrity. And I think that's across the board. I mean, when I was young, if I would have said, God dang it, my mother would give me an eye like, what did you say? And I'm just saying, God dang it. In today's context, it's no holds barred. They can swear as much as they want to on records, in movies. Now you're allowed to say certain words on television. So it's like, where are we going with this? You know, what is the end game? I think with integrity, we'll get rid of a lot of the music that's inciting the young kids to go out and do this stabbing and to do this gangster posing at each other. Like, you know, I don't know you, you're not in my clique, and I'll kill you. And then it's being echoed in the music, and the music is promoting it. We need to get away from that, because could you imagine if back in the days, Shalamar was having beef with the Jacksons, or there was shoot up between the Commodores and Kool and the Gang? Or come on, you guys.
You just can't imagine that. You just can't.
We were saying, yeah, we're singing about love. We're singing about,
Exactly.
let's get together, let's party, sexual healing, and you know what's going on, and you know this is what we're doing, and that's why we grew up more the better for it. You know, the Beatles, all you need is love. Love is all you need. You know, come on.
And Shalamar's hit, I Can Make You Feel Good.
I Can Make You Feel Good. Yeah, A Night to Remember, which talks about, you know, not just like meeting a girl in a club and going to the hotel. It's about, we've had this relationship going for a while now, and we've come to this point now where let's make this a night to remember. Let me put this ring on you, and let's consummate this relationship. That's what
Exactly.
that's about, you know?
Yeah, what people love about Shalamar is for its legacy of the music, the hits growing up to those songs, people getting married, having children to those songs. It's been a part of their lives. Even having kids, even the kids are listening to those songs. You know, how do you feel about contributing to that legacy?
It's a great honor. It's a great privilege. And sometimes I still have to pinch myself, because I can look back and go, the Beatles soundtrack, that's the soundtrack to my life. The music of Stevie Wonder and Motown, that's when I was in, you know, junior high school, elementary school, when I started dancing on Soul Train, when I started doing this, my first girlfriend, the girlfriend who dumped me, and so on and so forth. And for people to tell us our music means that to them, that is, it's more than humbling for me. And to verify it, to validify what they're saying, people are bringing their grandchildren to my dance classes. I do a master class now. At the end of the Shalamar tour, I'll stay behind and do a master class. And some of our fans are bringing their children and their grandchildren. And the parents and grandparents are standing there watching with so much pride, because their child or grandchild is in Jeffrey Daniels' dance class.
That's brilliant. And you teaching them the backslide?
Yeah, I teach them a bit of the backslide. I teach them a bit of body popping. I'll teach them a bit of locking.
Well, you know, I'm
some of
pretty
the
good
other
at that body
dances
popping and backsliding as well, yeah, you know.
Uh-oh, it's on. It's on.
Me and
it's
you
on
together.
and popping.
It's got to be done.
Hey, let's do this. We've got to do this.
Yeah, I want to be part of that, you know, band back in 1979 when you was doing it on Soul Train.
Well, why didn't you tell me when we met? You know, I could have put on music and we could have had a go at it then.
Well, in 1982, I remember watching you on Top of the Pops, and that performance introduced street dance to the UK.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but I was there and I saw it. And then that's what brought the kids out to Covent Garden and into Piccadilly. And that's when they started breaking and popping, and the whole thing just, boom, it just swept from there. But not knowing the effect it was going to have when I did the actual performance. But after the performance, I mean, if on the scene back then, if you were alive and not living under a rock, you saw the ripple effect that performance had.
Especially over here in the UK, it was just amazing for everyone to see that at that time.
Yes.
When they've never seen anything like that before. Because don't forget, we didn't have the US Soul Train back in the day until you started Solid Soul.
Right. Yeah, actually the 620 Soul Train, and then they changed it to Solid Soul.
Solid
after
Soul,
that came out.
that's
Yeah.
right, 620.
Yes, I was hosting the 620 Soul Train. Yeah, and that was great too. That was really amazing, and it brought a lot of the UK dancers out to the scene, and I got to really know a lot of them.
And on that note, we'll be back after the break.
So fine,
The Flashback Show.
so fine, blow my mind. Ooh.
I know who you are, but do you know who I am? This is Jeffrey Daniel of Shalamar, and you're listening to DJ Illusion on the Flashback Show.
I can make you feel good. I can make you feel good. Any lady's good love on ya.
The Flashback Show. Across the World Wide Web.
Now, back to the Flashback Show.
Welcome back to the Flashback Show with my special guest, Jeffrey Daniels from Shalamar. Coming around to 2020, Jeffrey, you work and live between Lagos, London, Osaka, Japan, and you're a fluent speaker and writer of the Japanese language.
はい。はい。それそう、私の日本語すごく上手ですよ。でも、多分あなたは全然わからないでしょ
So did you just say I love the Flashback Show with DJ Illusion?
OK。DJ の Illusion Flashback のプログラム、本当大好きです。最高です。
Oh, you're going to have to do me a jingle like that.
OK。
Definitely. So what's it like performing
Okay.
with Howard Hewitt and Carolyn Griffin?
Well, I mean, for Howard, I've known Howard since we were 19 years old, and then we started Shalamar. He came in, we had to be about 21, 22, somewhere around 22, 23 around the time Howard came in. So, I mean, I've known Howard for over 40 years. We've been performing together for that time. So it's second nature with Howard. But also the thing about Howard is he's such a committed vocalist that I can still go on stage and hear him do something new every night. I can hear him add something in that he hadn't done before or try something. And he still amazes me. That's the kind of vocalist that he is.
Yeah,
And of course, I've been learning from him all along. Yeah. With Carolyn, I mean, she's relatively new. I mean, now she's the longest standing female in Shalamar. She's been with us like 17 years now, 17 to 18 years. Now she's becoming second nature, but it's still fresh because she brings a new energy. Her vocals has a different texture. So she's not like imitating Jody or copying Jody. She's bringing Carolyn Griffey into Shalamar. And so that gives it another kind of injection, of
Different dimension.
I can see a dimension. Yeah. So it's an exciting show, and it's a full show. You have your choreography.
I saw you live last year at the O2 Indigo, and I know you guys have a very tight band live on stage. And I love when you guys do the Bruno Mars Uptown Funk mix with A Night to Remember. Whose idea was that? Was that your idea?
It was a combination of all of us, because at one time we went into One Nation and Their Groove. Another time we were doing another song by Bruno Mars. Now it was Uptown Funk. Oh. We started with the Uptown Funk. Now we're doing the other one. Put your pinky finger in the moon.
Okay.
What you want to do. 24 karat. Yeah,
24
the
karat
24
gold.
karat. Yeah. We do that one with it now. Yeah.
I missed that
and
one.
it works.
I missed that.
Well, the funny thing about it is Bruno Mars' music is an ode to what we were doing in the 80s. So, and that's why it fits so well. Yeah, and I was really impressed. I was really impressed when he came out.
Brilliant. He's actually brilliant.
Oh, yeah, because I said he's got that integrity in his music. It's not like he's just doing it to be a gimmick. It's the real deal. And he's really captured the essence of that period in the music. Musically, vocally, energy-wise, it's there. It's like Bruno Mars is like Earth, Wind, and Fire, Kool and the Gang, Shalamar, Jackson's all rolled into one.
He's a fireball, isn't he?
Yeah, he's great. He's great.
And here comes Bruno Mars with Uptown Funk.
This is that ice cold Michelle fight for that white gold. This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpieces. Stylin', wildin', living it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent. Gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band bought that money. Break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe
the sounds of Bruno Mars, Jeffrey.
Thank you very much, Illusion.
But tell us about you being the first street dancer choreographer to be nominated for an MTV award.
Yeah, I'm the first street dance choreographer because, like Michael Peters, who choreographed Thriller and Beat It, which I'm in Beat It, I'm in the crowd, but he's a jazz dancer. He comes from New York, from Lester Wilson and George Fajon, and I don't know if you guys know all these names, but these are the people on the East Coast Broadway scene who choreograph all these musicals and all these things. That's where he comes from. And then Vince Patterson, who co-choreographed Smooth Criminal, he's also a trained dancer that comes under Michael Peters. Okay. So I'm the first untrained dancer, so they say. I guess they call it untrained because I didn't go to the dance schools and I wasn't trained in the classical style. You can hardly say I'm untrained because what I do, you really have to train.
Yeah, of course.
For it.
It's just a natural ability and a talent.
We're self-trained. Yeah, I should say self-trained.
Pure talent.
I'm the first self-trained choreography. Yeah. Okay, there you go.
So let's get back to the brand new single, Make Love Great Again. Like you said, you told us what inspired you to write the song. How do you feel about that song and the powerful message it gives to everybody? How do you feel about that?
I feel hopeful. I feel very optimistic and I feel hopeful because we need a message out there like that to help extinguish some of that anger, help to, extinguish some of the rage that's going on. Even now, Black Lives Matter makes perfect sense. Because Black Lives Matter doesn't mean it's not a superiority theme saying, hey, people are misconstruing it thinking that it's saying only Black Lives Matter. No, what it means is don't Black Lives Matter too? I mean, why are we the only ones that are being beaten and shot and killed by the police for not even committing a crime? How do you die? How do you walk out of the house and never come home again and you never even committed a crime? And it was the law enforcement agencies who have killed you. This is why we're saying Black Lives Matter. Now, for people to say all lives matter, of course all lives matter, but you can't say all unless you also include blacks. Correct. And lately, blacks aren't included in that at all. So all isn't complete unless you include all races then. Then we can say all lives matter. Once there's equilibrium in that and it's equal, yeah, now we can say all lives matter and we can stand toe to toe and shoulder to shoulder. But at the moment, Black lives don't seem to matter. And you would have thought after the George Floyd murder by the police, things would have cooled down. It's still continuing, still choking people out. Why would the police want to put their arms around someone's neck and continue to squeeze it? What part of arresting is that? What part of, and here's the thing that's really got us feeling so discriminated against. This young Caucasian guy walked into a church and killed 9 people. They gently handcuffed him. He said he was hungry. They took him to Burger King to get a hamburger before they took him to the police station. Now, a young teenage black kid was selling water on the street because it was a hot day. Next thing you know, he's in a chokehold. He's wrestled on the ground. He's beaten up and dragged off to the station. How do you even equate that? It's so disproportionately unfair. I mean, this is what we're looking at. Now, in retrospect, I'm not for tearing down statues. I'm not with that because those statues represent history. Now, if those people at that point in history happen to be or remind you of something that was unpleasant in history, I mean, okay, if it's that offensive, maybe we can put it in a memorial museum or something like that. But I think if we take away the statues and take away that history, 20 years from now, how will young kids even know what happened in that history or what went on? And so history will repeat itself if we don't learn from the mistakes of our history. So I think my motto is, let's find the middle ground. You can't be extreme to the left or extreme to the right, but somewhere in the middle we can find a common ground. Yeah. And then we can find a way to get through this.
That's right. You have to learn and educate and move on.
Yeah, educate is the perfect word for that because that is where racism comes on because they're not properly educated with the histories or the cultures of certain people. And that's what leaves room to form racist ideas. Once people are educated and understand each other's history, each other's struggle, then we find more room for empathy for each other. And then we can say, oh my God, this person's been through that, or this person's went through that. Just like we feel for the Jews of the Holocaust. Look how we feel. You just mentioned the word Holocaust. I watched the movie Schindler's List and I cried like a baby. You know, we have so much empathy for these people. What about the ongoing Holocaust that the blacks are going through? Our Holocaust has not ended yet, and it started over 400 years ago. It's still ongoing. So we need to get through it. And once we address it properly, then we can find a way to find the best solutions. Because I think people are genuinely interested in moving on and getting this thing behind us. I really think. And I think the UK, the people in Europe, there can be a systematic racism there that's been running. But the people themselves, come on, all I see is love when I go there. And they might say, well, Jeffrey, it's easy for you to say because you're a celebrity and they love your music. But come on, I mean, they would have had to have loved black music before Shalamar even got on the scene. Shalamar didn't create R&B music. We weren't the first to come. So a love had to have already been embedded before we even came along. So it's there. It's there.
And the single Make Love Great Again, if you watch the video, I'm telling the listeners right now to go to YouTube and catch that video. It's absolutely fantastic the way you've set it up, and it's just so powerful, the message in there, and the video clips. Even love the way it finishes as well. I won't spoil it for any people out there who haven't heard the track yet. And we'll be playing the track coming up next.
The voice of reason you have just heard belongs to the renowned
DJ Illusion.
Don't touch that dial.
Visit www.djillusion.co.uk.
What's up? This is Howard Hewitt of Shalamar, and when I'm over in the UK, I'm listening to
DJ Illusion.
You should too. God bless.
Now, back to the Flashback Show.
Welcome back to the Flashback Show with my special guest, Jeffrey Daniels from Shalamar. You want to say something about the video, Make Love Great Again?
Okay, well, the reason why when people go on YouTube or Facebook, whatever, and you look at the video, the reason why I put the video together the way I did was because we're on lockdown. So it's not like I can get a video crew and go out on locations and hire dancers or different people. You can't do that now. We have it social distancing. So what I did was, to be conducive with the theme of the song, is I took photographs of myself around the world, me in Japan, with people I really actually love and know as family. People here in Nigeria, in Africa, that I know and love as family. People in the UK that I know and love as family. People in America, actually some of my own family members are in the video, my grandchildren, my daughters, and that. So then I put some of the scenes together of things that have been going on. But the point is, it's a solution. So I didn't harp on the turbulence that we're going through, although it's there, but you have to come out of that. Now we're being optimistic, we're being hopeful. And at the end of the song, you're going to hear how it ends and you'll see how it ends, because it's the future, and that is the children. The children are our future. So that's how I put the video together, the means that I had available.
Fantastic. And on that note, Jeffrey, would you introduce the song for us, please?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to introduce to you my offering of a solution and an antidote to today's ongoing crisis. Because I believe if we make love great again, we can all be great.
Bigger than your city, greater than your town. There's no better feeling, spread it all around. Sending out a message across the universe. Gotta keep the movement on until it works. If we don't unite, divided we all fall. Give us a solution, not another wall. Living without love just doesn't mean a thing. This is our new slogan, everybody sing. Make love great again. Make love great again. Make love great again. Make love great again. We can all be great. Make love great again. Make love great again. Make love great again. Make love great again. Now we got the answer blowing in the wind. This caravan of love is never gonna end. We can still be friends and not say eye to eye. I believe that we can make it if we try. Everyone is equal, show equality. Come on. Racism only breeds catastrophe. There's only one earth and we're just residents. So for what it's worth, demand your president. Make love great again. Make love great again. Make love great again. Make love great again. Everybody's great. Make love great again. Make love great again. Make love great again.
sister, you're my brother. All around the world, all join hands. Take my hand, if I care, and you care. How could there be poverty? Hate's never made nobody great. No more war. Your greed's not worth killing for. Love is great and it's worth standing for. It's worth standing for. Stand up for love.
Don't Black Lives Matter too?
Come on, spread your love, y'all. Come on, where's the love now? Come on, spread your love now. Where is the love? Ooh. Make love great again. Make love great again. Make love great again. Make love great again. We can all be great. Make love great again. Make love great again. Make love great again. Make love great again. Everybody's great. Make love great again. Make love great again. Make love great again. Make love great again. Great goes hand in hand with love. Yes, it does. Make love great again. Make love great again. Make love great again. Sing. Hey! Heal the world for the children. It's the children.
All the people in America, Mexico and up to Canada, singing it all over Africa, the UK over to India, all my Tomodachi's in Japan, Korea, China to Thailand. Let me hear you in the Middle East. Only love is gonna bring you peace.
We love that to bits. What a message and a
Wow.
powerful,
Thank
powerful
you.
song that is.
Thank you very much. I'm so glad that you enjoyed it, and I hope everybody, climbs on board with the movement of positivity. We have to stay optimistic, especially what we're going through with all these lockdowns and the pandemics and everything. But speaking of song, didn't you put together a Shalamar mix? Didn't you?
Yes, I did actually. I mean, the little chat we had recently on the phone,
Yeah.
you inspired
Yeah,
me to
it-
do a Shalamar mix. So, yes, I'll be playing
Wow.
that a bit later on in the flashback
Wow. You don't
show.
waste time. You don't waste time. You really take care of business, buddy.
Absolutely, absolutely. I could tell you one thing. One of my favourite all-time songs is on there, Help Me, by, of course,
Wow.
Shalamar, from the 1982
Yeah.
album Friends. Loving that
Yeah, that's a
bass line.
powerful-
Got to talk about the
Powerful
bass
bass
lines.
line. I love that bass line. Leon Silvers played the bass on all of our tracks, actually, every track.
Wow.
And so, but that particular bass line is so hypnotic. Just
Yeah, it just
that
grows in you.
boom, 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 boom. It's like a heartbeat or something like that. It just go. And I really appreciate the Shalamar mix that you did. I mean, that's really great, man. I mean, you really take care of business. You're on the job, Illusion. No wonder they call you DJ Illusion, but you're actually. You're actually not
Appreciate
an
the
illusion.
love, Jeffrey.
You're
Appreciate
actually,
the love.
you're actually real.
Talk about Leon Silvers. I mean, I love the song that he wrote for you guys called The Real Thing. Do you want to tell us quickly about that before we go?
Okay, well, being that Shalamar that we're touring, and we've been touring for a few years now, but we didn't have anything current happening. So we thought it might be a good idea. I mean, we didn't have a pressure like to go in the studio and put together a studio album or anything, but we just wanted to test the waters. So we went back to our mentor, Leon Silvers III. And once again, he delivered with a great piece of product, which is The Real Thing. And the good thing about it is it still maintains the integrity of the Shalamar sound, but it has a kind of current edge to it.
Yeah.
So we didn't want to compromise our sound and like suddenly come out like we're hip hop or like we're something that we're not. But you get the best of both worlds in that one song. So that's what makes it unique.
Absolutely. And it's a great track. And talk about The Real Thing. That'll be coming up next.
So fine,
The Flashback Show.
so fine, blow my mind. Ooh,
DJ Illusion.
I'm the invisible man. I'm the invisible man. I'm the invisible man.
On The Flashback Show.
What's up? This is Howard Hewitt of Shalamar.
This is The Flashback Show.
I can make you feel good.
Across the World Wide Web. The Flashback Show.
Now, back to the Flashback Show.
Welcome back to the Flashback Show with my special guest, the one, the only Jeffrey Daniels from Shalamar.
Thank you very much, Illusion. And you know what? I think it's going to be another pleasure here because here is the newest Shalamar song since back in the days, produced by our producer Leon Silvers, and it's called The Real Thing.
I'm really loving the sound of that. What a great vibe that is. The Real Thing by Shalamar. Jeffrey, I know you have to go. You're in a rush, but I mean, I managed to keep you on the phone line for quite a while. Appreciate that so much. And thank you for being my guest on the Flashback Show. And you're welcome to come back anytime.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. The pleasure's been all mine. And I want to say hello to all the listeners of the Flashback Show. Hey, you guys, make love great again. Spread the love. And you got to keep it locked because DJ Illusion has got it going on.
And quickly tell us where the song's available and where we can get it, on what social media platforms is it available on?
Okay, well, the song Make Love Great Again, it's available on Spotify, it's available on iTunes and Apple. You can see the video on Jeffrey Daniel on Facebook, or Jeffrey Daniel of Shalamar on Facebook, and on YouTube under Jeffrey Daniel, Make Love Great Again.
Fantastic. Jeffrey, it's been a pleasure.
Sure. Take care.
Take care. All the best.
Thank you very much. Take care.
The voice of reason you have just heard belongs to the renowned
DJ Illusion.
Don't touch that dial.
The Flashback Show across the World Wide Web.
That was beginning to get a bit hectic. I enjoyed that.
Stop playing with that radio of yours. I'm trying to get to sleep.